Hello. Okay. So I hope everyone is okay, is good. So I would like to share my screen and then get started. Let me share my screen and I hope my screen is visible now. Okay. So let me hide it and let's get started. Welcome everyone to session 4 of PL-300 exam preparation series as part of the 60 days of data and AI powered by community initiative. I'm Ilgar Zarbaliyev, Microsoft Data Platform and Microsoft 365 MVP from Azerbaijan. Today's topic is managing and securing Power BI, an important skill for every Power BI data analyst. Whether you are preparing for the PL-300 exam or working on enterprise Power BI projects, security and governance are essential. By the end of today's session, you will understand how organizations securely manage Power BI environments. Today's session focuses on the fourth domain of the PL-300 exam, manage and secure Power BI. While this section represents only about 15 to 20% of the exam, the concepts are used every day in real organizations. We'll learn how Power BI content is organized, how users receive permissions, and how administrators protect business data. These topics become especially important once reports are shared with hundreds or even thousands, thousands of users. Before moving forward to our next upcoming slide, I would like to show you one thing that is about the resources I'm going to use in today's session. So on my, let's say, Meetup group page here, under this post, you can find the necessary links. For example, first link is about my newsletter, Data and AI Horizons, that you can find very useful articles about Power BI. And here you can find the link to my Udemy test. So that will help you definitely to prepare well for your exam, PL-300. And here I have also shared my code that you can use for free of charge purpose of this test. And also here I have shared my OneDrive link where you can find the necessary resources that I'm going to use for this, say, session. Let's go back to our slide. So let me go, open the next slide. So here is today's roadmap. We'll begin with a quick overview of PL-300 certification, then discuss workspaces, which are the primary collaboration areas in Power BI service. Next, we'll learn how reports and semantic models are shared, how security is implemented, and finally, we'll finish with practical exam tips and a live demonstration, where I will be demonstrating how to build interactive report and how to build data alerts. Actually, this is mainly related to the previous session topic. But anyway, some concepts of today's session also going to be implemented. So everything we cover today is directly aligned with Microsoft's official skills outline. Before diving into today's topic, let's briefly review the exam structure. The PL-300 certification validates your ability to prepare, model, visualize, analyze, and secure data using Power BI. Microsoft regularly updates the exam objectives. So it's always a good practice to review the official study guide scheduling before scheduling your exam. The exam is divided into four major domains. We have already studied the first three domains, like preparing data, modeling data, and creating reports, each account for approximately 25 to 30% of the exam. Today's topic, manage and secure Power BI, contributes around 15 to 20%. Although it's the smallest section, many questions are scenario based. Instead of asking for definitions, Microsoft often describes a business requirement and asks which security feature should be used. Let's begin with workspaces. Think of a workspace as a project folder in the Power BI service, where a team collaborates. Everything, including reports, semantic models, dashboards, scorecards, and data flows is stored inside the workspace. Most Power BI administration activities begin here. When creating a workspace, you'll define its name, assign members, and configure settings. One of the first decisions is selecting workspace roles such as admin, member, contributor, or viewer. You also determine whether the workspace runs on shared capacity, premium per user, or Microsoft Fabric capacity. These choices affect collaboration, sharing capabilities, and licensing requirements. Okay, so actually in previous I've actually I forgot to roll this slide about which I have already talked. So let me move forward. So after creating a workspace, you will publish reports from Power BI Desktop into the Power BI service. Over time, you will organize reports, semantic models, dashboards, and data flows as your project grows. Keeping content well organized makes collaboration easier and simplifies future maintenance. Microsoft often questions about publishing versus updating existing content. Building reports is only half of the job. You also need to deliver them to business users. Power BI offers several distribution methods, including sharing individual reports, publishing apps, embedding reports into websites or Microsoft Teams, and configuring email subscriptions. Each option serves a different business scenario, so understanding when to use each is important. Large organizations often have hundreds of reports. Endorsements help users identify trustworthy content. A report can be marked as promoted, while highly trusted content can become certified after administrative approval. We'll also discuss gateways, which allow Power BI to securely refresh on-premises data automatically without manual intervention. Security is one of the biggest responsibilities of Power BI professional. Governance ensures that the right people access the right information while preventing unauthorized access. Microsoft provides several layers of security, from workspace permissions to row-level security and sensitivity levels. Together, these features help organizations meet compliance requirements. Every workspace has 4 built-in roles. Admin manages everything. Members can edit and publish just content. Contributor create and updates content but have fewer administrative privileges. And viewer only consumes report. Understanding these differences is one of the easiest ways to earn points on the PL-300 exam. Sometimes users need access to only one report instead of the entire workspace. Item level permissions allow administrators to create individual reports or dashboards. Although useful, excessive use of item level permissions can make environments difficult to manage. That's why Microsoft recommends keeping permissions as simple as possible. The semantic model is designed to be reused. Instead of creating multiple copies of the same dataset, different reports can connect just to one semantic model. Users who receive build permission can create their own reports while using the centralized business data. This improves consistency across the organizations. Okay, now about role-level security. Role-level security, commonly called RLS, limits which roles each user can see. For example, a regional manager should only see sales from their own region. Role-level security is implemented using tax filters and user assignments. In enterprise environments, Microsoft recommends assigning Microsoft Entra ID security groups rather than individual users because they are much easier to maintain. Security doesn't end with user permissions. Organizations may also prevent users from exporting data or printing reports. Power BI supports Microsoft Information Protection sensitivity labels, allowing reports to be classified as confidential, highly confidential, or public. These labels travel with exported files to help protect sensitive information. Here are a few practical tips. First, focus on understanding concepts instead of memorizing definitions. Practice inside the Power BI service because many exam questions are based on real interface actions. The finally, carefully read every scenario during the exam because small wording differences often determine the correct answer. By the way, in the third session, I have demonstrated practical use of role-level security. So it would be great to go back in your free time to watch that video again. Today, I will be demonstrating how to build interactive dashboards and data alerts in Power BI service. Let's understand what the interactive dashboard is. Interactive dashboards allow users to monitor business performance in real time. Features such as drill-through, bookmarks, alerts, and dashboards improve the user experience and support faster decision-making. In today's demo, I will apply drill-through, alerts, and dashboards except bookmarks. But in my upcoming videos, you can find about bookmarks also. Choosing appropriate themes and maintaining visual consistency also helps users understand information more effectively. So it's demo time. Once again, I'll show you how to build interactive Power BI dashboard, report, and dashboard using report visuals that allow users to explore data instead of just viewing static, just say charts. So I would like, first of all, let's say, to show you uh, my first Power BI report that has been created in Power BI desktop. So there are many, just you see, as you may see, pages, and where you can find analysis like sales analysis, static groups, dynamic grouping, customer grouping, ABC analysis, sales plan, per days, seasonality, forecasting, converted amount, so on and so forth, right? So actually, uh, this report is displayed like a plane. There is no overview or landing page, so on and so forth. Just I'm going to close this one. Anyway, you can find this report also in, say, our, in resources link. The file that I'm going to build, there is also a completed version that will look like this. This is the completed version where you can find overview, for example, and also you can find other analysis like sales analysis, forecasting, and seasonality, KPIs, and also details. That is for drill through. I will give the necessary explanation a little bit later. So here, for example, by clicking Control and left click, you can come to seasonality, and then you can come to, say, back. The same for forecasting, right? And also, let's go to sales analysis. For example, here we have our total sales by product category. Then I hover over, right click, and here I can see drill through, say details, and I can get the necessary detailed sales information. When I'm going to publish this report into my Power BI service account, this page will not be available as it's hidden, right? So this is what I'm just going to do. I'm going to close this one, say don't save, and I'm going back to my file, study file, where I will be starting from scratch. Also, just I would like to draw your attention to this part. Here, I'm going to use my Zarbaliyev at excelworld.org Power BI service account. Also, let me open the any web browser where I'm going to access into my Power BI service. I'm going to type app.powerbi.com, right? And here I'm just going to use this one, Zarbaliyev at excelworld.org. I can't let you know that here I'm using my license type is free account, but I have my Power BI trial status. So I'm using this one. I'm not using Fabric one. I'm only using just Fabric Power BI trial stats, right? So which is equals to Pro Power BI Pro license. Okay, and here in workspaces, I have my. I'm going to. I will be just say create a new workspace. This time I'm going to call it building interactive reports. And as description, I'm going to write test purpose only. And here it's mentioned like Power BI Pro, just syncing my Power BI trial status, and I'm going to say apply. So now I'm here and I don't see any, report or any other Power BI artifacts here, right? So I'm going to back to my Power BI reports. Okay. So first of all, I need some images here. So I'm going to open this one, which is called Pixabay, right? Where you can download a lot of images free of charge and all rights. There is no issue with rights. So just you can also sign up for these services. And then you are going to say, for example, fashion retail store, right? Actually, my data set, as demonstrating in the previous sessions, is related to fashion data set, right? So here, let me find one of them, which I really like more. If I don't find that one, I will, yeah, this one, right? This is what I'm just going to use. Here I say download. And yeah, that's enough. It's already, let's open it. And this is what I'm getting, right? Okay. And then I'm going to use, for example, pixels. This is another just, source that you can use free of charge. So photos, let's see that I'm interested in Nike, Nike shoes logo or something like this. So yeah, I can take any of them, right? For example, this one, okay, or another. Actually, I have my own version, but anyway, I just can, download this one. Last but not least, what I'm just going to offer you is about using colors.com. For example, here we have palette generator, right? For example, we have downloaded Nike tools. I'm going to upload that one here. Okay, and I'm going to, use this one. So here, it automatically identifies the colors, right? For example, this color is for this one. This is for this one, for example, and I can just click on ellipsis, say opening generator, and I can keep all these, I can create a necessary palette for myself. For example, let's log off them, and here we can see the hex code, right? And if we want, we can add, the other necessary suitable colors. For example, I'm going to delete this one and I say save. So let me call it Nike just choose second option, right? And say save. Also, I can come here. There are ready for use palettes. So, for example, just saying that, let me come here and say explore trending or popular one. Popular one. For example, I'm mainly using this one. Here you can use the necessary other colors. And from your dashboard, you can see the, color palettes that you have yourself created. For example, Nike show store. So these are clear, I think, and they will be useful when you are going to create any, report. So I'm going to minimize it. And here I'm going to call my page like overview. Okay, overview. This is overview. And here I have included, okay, I have included all the necessary measures group. So mainly I'm going to add 3 or 4 pages, but before I'm going to add my, background page. While I'm here, I'm clicking in this part and here under, canvas setting or canvas background, I'm going to, by the way, I can, increase the size, custom size, but I'm going with this one. It's enough for me. From canvas background, I'm going to browse images that I have, uh, downloaded. And for image feed, I'm going to say fill. This is going to be displayed like this. And for transparency, I'm going to say 60, maybe 40. Okay, which is okay for now. And under wallpaper, for color, I'm saying this one, white 60% darker. So it takes also this part, right? So which is good. And the next step is adding my Nike shoes. So I'm going to insert, say, image, style, and image, and browse. And let's add this one. So if you pay attention here, I see some ample places, and there is no, crop options. But you can, do like this that I did a little bit early, a little bit second earlier. Actually, I'm not interested in this one, like it shows, but I can change this image, but let's keep it like, so I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to add other image. So let me browse. And from here, let me add this one. So like this, I'm going to crop. Okay. And from here, yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you. And now I'm going to add some buttons for page navigation. Say insert and blank. And let me bring it here. So from style, I'm going to say text active, and it's going to be called like, seasonality. Seasonality. Okay. So just a minute. I'm going to keep it like seasonality, right? Sorry. Okay. Sorry for this. Just a couple of seconds, please. Okay. Because I have to watch what I have done. Otherwise, I can, just forget. Okay. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to call it seasonality and let it be bold, and it's going to be white color. And I'm going to keep capital letters, seasonality. Okay, that's okay. And let me, yeah. Then also, what I'm just going to do is I need to increase the size. It's going to be 20. Okay, that's okay. And then from fill, I say I can select this one, or just I can keep it like this. It's okay. I'm selecting this one, and from action, I'm going to say it's going to be page navigation. And later I will add, let me duplicate this one, and it's going to be called seasonality. And I'm going to delete this one, and let me go back here. And I'm selecting it once again from action. I say my destination is going to be seasonality, which is correct. That's okay for now. And let me just, save it, and let me go to seasonality. And here, what I'm just going to do, I'm going to add one button that's going to be back. Let me remove it here. Okay. And it's going to be, let's say, style. Um, okay, I'm going to keep, this color, which is okay. And my action is back. For example, when I click on this, it's going to be back, right? So which is okay. Then what I can do, let me duplicate this one, and it's going to be forecasting, enter, and let me duplicate also this one, and it's going to be sales analysis, enter, and one more. Okay, sorry. One more duplication, which is going to be KP, KPIs, and one more page, let's say, and let me just remove this one, and it's going to be called details. Details will be for just, our drill through, right? Okay, let me check whether everything is okay on my streaming site, because, yeah, okay, everything is okay. Just a minute, sorry. Okay, that's okay. Okay, uh, now I have done this one. So I will go back to my overview, and let me select this one, Control C, Control V, and I'm going to call it forecasting. And from action, it's going to be forecasting, Control C, Control V, and this is going to be sales analysis, say sales analysis, and it's going to be just, sales analysis. And let me make a copy. And this is going to be, this is going to be KPIs. Okay. And from action, it will be just KPIs. That's it. Then let me select all of them. And from format, I'm saying align right and distribute vertically, which is perfect, right? So now I have done the main stuff. Okay. So what I'm just going to do in seasonality, uh, first of all, I will add from insert a text box, and which is going to be called seasonality. And let's understand the size of this seasonality, and it's going to be, say, okay, it's going to be 20, right? And I can just change the color also, uh, as it's going to be selected from here. From effects, I'm saying remove backgrounds, right? And I'm going to keep this one. This is going to be, uh, say, bold, and it's going to be seasonality, right? Okay, now I'm going to add one, say, slicer, where I will be placed my year from calendar. Actually, I can remove the background, but I will keep it like this. It's up to you. From here, from slicer settings, I'm selecting this one. And yeah, and I'm going to select these two year, right? As these are full years. And then I'm going to add my, say, tables, where I will be displaying my D products. products. And also, I'm going to use seasonality index deviation. So from seasonality measures group, so I'm going to use this one. Let me make a little bit wider and let me arrange this one. Now it's okay. I think it's okay. And now I'm going to just add to say column charts. Let me add one column chart. Okay. Think it's okay. Control C, Control V. And yes, that's okay. A little bit bigger. Okay, now everything is okay. And I'm going to use here my month numbers with total sales and sales monthly average measures. So let's go to calendar and say month number to x-axis. And then I'm going to key measures saying total sales. And then I'm going to add, you know, from seasonality measures group sales average. Okay, now here I have my view. I can select the necessary, teams. These are called teams. For example, let me select this one. I'm going to use accessible or keyed. So let me find it. Accessible, this one. I'm going to use this one. And here, while it's selected, let me remove titles from y-axis and x-axis. So x-axis, then y-axis, and that's okay. Then what I can do, I can make some other changes, but I'm not going to do it. So in my second virtual, I'm going to use seasonality index by month number. So I'm selecting this one, then I'm selecting this one. So month number, this is my month number, and then I'm using seasonality index, this one. About this seasonality and forecasting, I have written very good, articles that you can use on my, you can read on my newsletter that I have already shared a link for my newsletter. So this is okay for now. I'm coming to my forecasting. In my forecasting, I'm also going to use, this uh, slicer. Let me copy and paste. Don't synchronize. And I say Control C, Control V. Let me, yeah. Here, I'm going to remove here and I'm going to add my stores IDs from this stores column. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. For example, let's also slicer header, let's make it bold, and this one also bold, and we can do it also here, right? Slicer header, it's going to be bold. Okay, perfecto. And now what I'm just going to do, I'm going to add two more, visuals. One is just line slicer, and the other one is going to be table, right? So let's add line slicer. Okay, and here also we forgot one stuff. Let's Control C and Control V. Let me copy, Control C and Control V, and it's going to be forecasting. forecasting. And now let's add here from calendar must know, so x-axis. And then I'm going to add, say, my sales revenue from sales plan measures, sales revenue last year. Okay, this is the first one. Then sales plan year to date. And then my forecasting to year to date by month. So here from forecasting measures, let's add also this one, right? So I'm going to select this one. And for example, here also we can select the necessary stuff, right? And it can just change. It will be changed, right? So then let's make a copy. And okay, here it will be just, a table where I'm going to keep, first of all, month number. And then from key measures, I'm going to add my total sales. And the month number, month, no, oh, I think it's not good. So from calendar, let's say month, right? It's going to be month, something like this. Yes. Okay. So then I'm going to add my sales plan. And then I'm going to add my sales plan leftover. So let's say sales plan leftover and my forecasting one. Once again, you can read the necessary articles from my newsletter and then performed. And let's add also forecasting too, right? So this is what we are going to get. And now I'm going to, with my third page. So first of all, let me copy also this one, Control C and Control V. Okay, let's copy Control C, Control V, and also I'm going to do it here. And also I'm going to do it here. I will be changing them. So let's say sales analysis. Here, I'm just going to keep this one. So first of all, let me copy. I'm going to copy Control C and here Control V. Don't synchronize. And I'm going to add cluster column chart. Let's see. This is my first cluster chart, and it's going to be product category, uh, product category, and say total sales, right? So what I can do here, I can remove titles from x-axis and also from y-axis. Okay, and then let's control, actually, also what I can do, title, we can do it bold, which is okay. Let me Control C, Control V, make this. And here I'm going to add my store name. I'm going to remove product category and from the stores, I'm going to add my store name. Okay. And I'm going to remove selection. Okay, which is okay. And also, let me change this color columns, and color is going to be like this. Let's select this one, or we can change it into this one. And then Control C, Control V, and say, okay. Here, I will be do it. I mean, total sales will be by month and year from calendar. So months, right? So this is what I'm getting. And let me also change this color. Color is going to be like this one. Okay, I think it's okay. Then I can select three of them from format. Let's align by top, and then let's distribute horizontally. And let me also save this one. And let's go with our KPIs. In KPIs, I'm also going to copy these two one, right? And here, let's say paste, don't synchronize. And I'm going to remove all of them. And I'm going to add one cut virgule. Actually, this is not the cut virgule I'm looking for. So from ellipses, I say restore default measure virgules, and it appears. And here, I'm going to first of all add my total sales from key measures, right? Okay. And I can make it like this. I think it's okay. And from here, I can change the color of category label and say like this, okay, which is okay. Control C, Control V. And here I'm going to add, total purchasing, Control C, Control V. This time it's going to be total expenses, Control C, Control V. And I'm going to add my sales last year. Okay, let me select this one and say sales last year. And Control C, Control V. And it's going to be marginal ratio. And Control C, Control V once again. And it's going to be gross profit. Control C, Control V. And let's say it's going to be average receipt amount. And the last one is going to be net profit or marginal profit, doesn't matter. Any of them, I mean, we can select. So let's say net profit. Then I can just, align them by top. That's okay. And then let's say that actually what we can do, we can remove it here. It can be here. Okay. Let me select all of them. And from format, distribute vertically. And if they're okay, I'm aligned by top, then I can, select all of them once again. And from format, I can say, okay. So, and I hope we can go to detail. So what will be in detail? Let's say that here, for example, we have total sales by product, but I would like to see all details related to product categories sales. So for this purpose, I'm saying, let me, by the way, change these names, KPIs. Okay, and sales analysis, and this is going to be details, right? Details. Okay, details. Okay, perfect. And here I'm going to add this one. This is my table, right? And I'm going to add, first of all, month no or month. Okay. And then I'm going to add from B stores my store name. And also I'm going to add, say, okay, let's add our total. Actually, we can add other stuff. For example, from the products. First of all, we can say brand. We can say product category, product subcategory. I hope this is okay, and we can add our total sales and other stuff, right? So I think that's enough. So for column headers, I can make them, look like this. I think it's okay. And for drill through, I'm going to hide this one. And let's here in overview, what I'm just going to do, or let me come here. So from here, for example, let's say that I would like to see not only product categories detail sales or store names detail sales, by month detail sales. So here I see a drill through fields here. So for this purpose, what I'm just going to do, I'm going to drag, for example, brands here, right? So we'll understand it a little bit later. Product categories, and let's say product subcategories, and then we can say stores also, for example, store name, and also we can add months from, calendar. That's it. Okay. So, for example, let's come here to sales analysis and right click, hover over. I see drill through and details. Now it gives me all the necessary, just all the necessary, you see, sales. And here, when we dragged and dropped the stuff, it automatically make back, button. Let me also just remove. Yeah. And, it will help us to go back. So now we have made our interactive report. It's okay for now. So I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to publish it into my, Power BI Service workspace. So I opened a new workspace called Building Interactive Reports, and it's going to be published here. And okay. And say, got it. Now I can come to my, you know, I can come, my Power BI service environment. So say app.powerbi.com. Actually, it opened a little bit earlier. So say Zarbali at excelworld.org. Now, okay, and from workspaces, here I have my building interactive workspace, and automatically the semantic model and also report has been added to this environment. Okay, so what I can do, for example, when I say sales, it works perfectly. Forecasting, everything is working perfectly. For example, here I don't see details as I hide it, right? If I say right click, drill through, and it automatically will take me there. Actually, here in this pane, I don't see them. I can go back. Okay, and here, while I'm working in Power BI Service, I automatically just click on these buttons, right? So, but when I'm working in Power BI Desktop, I'm using click, right? Okay. Now let's do now dashboard. But before making a dashboard, that will take a little bit time. We have to define dashboard. A Power BI dashboard is a single page. For example, in this report, we have a lot of, at least 5 pages. But when we are talking about dashboard, there is only one single page. And this is often called like a canvas. and it tells us a story through visualization. Microsoft defines dashboard like this. So and so dashboard is built, on tiles. You can pin visuals on Power BI report on service just to build the necessary dashboard. So if you, advantages of dashboards. Dashboards are the way to monitor your business and see all your most important metrics at a glance. So who can create a dashboard? Um, Dashboard can be created by a person in workspace that has the necessary role permission, edit permission. And there are, of course, differences between dashboards and reports that I have talked about, at least the number of pages in reports and in dashboard is the main difference. And the other main difference is that when we are talking about Power BI report, it means that we are using only one semantic model. But when we are talking about dashboard, we can use different number of semantic model. And you can, just to see dashboard, you have to subscribe to dashboard. And in reports, you have to subscribe to reports. So I think this is okay. You can, so we can, yeah, I'm just going to create a dashboard. So let's see that this is my report. And let's open this one. And I'm going to open this one. For example, let's go here. Let me select this one. For example, say total sales by store name. And here I see my PIM visual. And I'm going to create a new dashboard, which is going to be called sales analysis and team, right? And from KPIs, I'm going to add this total sales, PIN, okay, total purchasing, right? Total expenses. And also, let's see net profit. So for card visuals, I have already added. So let's go to seasonality. And I'm going to select this one, which is okay. And that's enough. Now I'm going to my workspaces. Here in building interactive reports workspaces, I see my dashboard. So say sales dashboard, you see what I'm just going to do. I'm going to, you know, arrange all of them. I can, resize. Let's say that it's okay. And from here, I'm going to place this seasonality. Let me make a little bit bigger. Okay, and let's increase the size. So this is what I'm getting. Let me make it a little bit small. Now here, I can use Q&A feature of this, Power BI service. And from here, for example, I can say that total quantity, F sales quantity. So F sales is the name of my, from here I can see, for example, F sales is a name of my table and quantity is the name of, this column. Say by, for example, stores, right? Store names. And this is what I'm just going to get. And here also, I can, use the, first of all, I can ask the necessary question in dashboard and I will get the necessary answers immediately. And also I can use, these just visuals in my, let's say, um, dashboard, right? So let me go back and Last but not least, based on these numerical values, contributors, we can also make the necessary data alerts. So we click here on three ellipses and say manage alerts and add alert. And this is the overall sales. For example, I'm going to say that if it's going to be, say, 110 million, like this. So send me an email and save and close. Here we have to pay attention one stuff. As I'm using my Excel file as a local data set, it will be great just, to say, um, use on-premise gateway that is automatically, shows the necessary stuff. Sends you an email, right? So let me, let me just refresh it. And here I can see the necessary, let's say manage others once again. And here I can remove one of them and I can, make it, I can open it, which is good. And that's it. And actually, we have run out of our time. So what we can do, we can make some changes in our dataset file. We can increase the sale, and then we can just, check whether data alerts are working or not. So this is what we do with data alerts and dashboards. And let me come to my, let me check my, first of all, say, actually, YouTube channel to be sure that everything is okay and to check whether there are questions or not. So I don't see any, well done, Ilgar, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. I don't see any questions. So that's okay. By the way, in my upcoming videos, I will be talking about how to build on-premise gateway and how to check data alerts are working or not. So now let's go back to our, say, um, slides. And so thank you very much for your participation today. It was our fourth session. Two more sessions have been left. And I would now be happy to answer to your question. Actually, there is no question, only some comments. Thank you. And if you find today's session helpful, please subscribe to our community channels and continue practicing regularly. Consistent hands-on experience is one of the best ways to succeed in the PL-300 exam. And I look forward to seeing you in session 5 after 1 week. Have a wonderful day.